Okay, we're gonna jump right into this explainer by looking at a number that completely shatters how we view our own bodies. 10%. Just let that sink in for a second. Think about everything you consider to be you. Your hands, your heart, your brain. Well, mathematically speaking, you are actually a distinct minority in your own body. That 10% is the rather humbling statistic of how much of you is composed of actual human cells.
So what's the rest? Well, for every single human cell you have, there are 9 microscopic hitchhikers just coming along for the ride. You aren't just flesh and bone, you're a thriving superorganism. We are talking about a walking, talking ecosystem made up of roughly 100 trillion microbes. To put that massive scale into perspective, you have more microbes living on your fingertip right now than there are people in the entire United Kingdom. And they're not just freeloading either. These little passengers are actively shaping how your body functions every single day.
Today, we're focusing on a really crucial topic, a clear, science-backed guide for restoring your microbial diversity after taking antibiotics. We're going to look at the collateral damage that modern medicine, specifically those life-saving antibiotics, causes to this delicate microscopic world. Think of this explainer as your essential survival toolkit for navigating modern healthcare. We absolutely need these medicines, but we also desperately need to know how to clean up the biological wreckage they leave behind.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with our invisible microbial world, then talk about the antibiotic chainsaw. After that, we'll dive into the 3 steps to fix things: damage control, reseeding, and fertilizing, before wrapping up with the ultimate restoration.
All right, part 1, our invisible microbial world. Let's see how our bodies are essentially a lush, complex Eden for microscopic life. We are vastly outnumbered by the bacteria, viruses, fungi, and archaea that call us home. Consider this: the Human Genome Project revealed that we humans only have about 21,000 genes. But our microbiome, it contains over 4.4 million genes. That is a staggering genetic arsenal. These microbes are essentially running our bodies alongside our own cells, performing all these incredibly essential functions that we literally haven't evolved to do ourselves. They break down complex carbs our stomachs can't handle, they synthesize crucial vitamins, and they act as our outsourced digestive workforce.
This kind of evolutionary teamwork is everywhere in nature. Take the beautiful Hawaiian bobtail squid, for example. It relies entirely on a glowing bacterial tenant living right inside its belly for survival. At night, when the squid hunts in shallow waters, the moonlight would normally cast a shadow, making it a super easy target for predators down below. But those bioluminescent bacteria emit the exact same amount of light as the moon, perfectly cloaking the squid's shadow. It's wild. And just like that squid owes its camouflage to microbes, we owe a huge chunk of our health to ours. Our immune systems, digestion, and even mental health rely deeply on these microscopic cohabitants. We've grown up with these old friends over millions of years. Part 2, the antibiotic chainsaw. What happens when we throw a wrench or a chainsaw into this delicate system? The author uses this brilliant, really striking rainforest metaphor to show how broad-spectrum antibiotics operate. See, early modern medicine didn't know how to surgically target just the specific bad bacteria making us sick, so they designed drugs to basically nuke everything. Broad-spectrum antibiotics act exactly like chainsaws in a virgin rainforest. They don't meticulously pick out the invasive weeds, they chainsaw the leafy infrastructure, bulldozing the good, protective species that keep us well. They tear apart this complex, delicate web of life that took your body years to establish. And this microscopic habitat destruction leads straight to a state called dysbiosis, which is basically an unhealthy, collapsed ecosystem in your gut. When the good bacteria get bulldozed, it's just like leaving bare, nutrient-rich soil open in a cleared forest. It becomes prime real estate for invasive, opportunistic weeds. Take the dangerous C. diff bacteria, for instance. Normally, it might just harmlessly pass through your system because your native bacteria crowd it out. But post-antibiotics, C. diff sees an empty landscape, takes root, and rampages through the intestine, causing severe infections simply because the good guys aren't there to hold the line anymore. This huge loss of diversity leaves our immune systems highly erratic. Imagine driving a sports car with the handbrake permanently on for decades. If you suddenly release that brake, your driving is going to be completely wild and uncontrollable. Well, that's our immune system without microbes. The microbes provide the calming chemical signals that keep the handbrake engaged. Without them, our immune system overreacts, attacking harmless things like pollen, hello allergies, or even attacking our own tissues, leading to autoimmune diseases. This microbial disruption opens the door to a massive host of 21st century sicknesses. From obesity to mental health disorders and autism links, we're seeing conditions that conventional therapies really struggle to cure comprehensively.
Moving on to part 3. Step 1. Damage control. Let's talk about fixing this. Since an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, phase 1 starts before you even swallow a single pill. You've got to empower yourself at the doctor's office by asking 4 specific questions. First, can we wait a day or two to see if I improve? Second, is the infection definitely bacterial? Third, will antibiotics actually speed up my recovery? And fourth, what are the risks of just letting my immune system fight it? We have to remember doctors often feel immense pressure to prescribe something so we feel cared for. But dropping an antibiotic cluster bomb just to kill a viral spider is a biological disaster. Considering a huge percentage of respiratory infections and sore throats are strictly viral, meaning antibiotics do absolutely zero to cure them, gently pushing back with these questions is your absolute first line of defense against unnecessary damage.
Part 4. Step 2. Reseeding. Okay, so if the damage is already done, maybe through a necessary surgery or an unavoidable bacterial infection, the rainforest is completely cleared. Now we have to prepare the ground and sow new seeds. But we need to clearly understand the difference between probiotics and prebiotics. You can't just throw seeds onto barren soil without fertilizer, right? Probiotics are the live microorganisms. They're the actual new seeds we put back into the gut ecosystem. Prebiotics, on the other hand, are the non-digestible plant fibers. They act as the perfect fertilizer to help those new seeds and your surviving native bacterial populations thrive and repopulate.
Adding these live probiotic tourists into your system during a course of antibiotics can dramatically halt the side effects of microbial depletion. For instance, well-designed trials show that taking a probiotic can drop the risk of antibiotic-associated diarrhea from a hefty 30% all the way down to 17%. And multi-strain probiotics like the highly researched VSL3 have even shown the ability to protect against autoimmune triggers when taken preventatively. But the trick here is timing. You want to space your probiotics out from your antibiotic dose by a few hours. Otherwise, your freshly swallowed beneficial bacteria are going to be killed off immediately upon arrival by the medication still circulating in your stomach.
Now, for the absolute most severe cases of dysbiosis, like recurrent C. disinfections that literally don't respond to any known antibiotics, science is using the extreme end of reseeding. We're talking about thoroughly screened fecal transplants. I know, it sounds a bit unconventional, maybe even a little gross, but the results are nothing short of miraculous. Facilities are taking perfectly healthy, incredibly robust microbial ecosystems from elite superdonors and transplanting them directly into a sick patient. Or increasingly, they're using cutting-edge lab-grown synthetic stools. By essentially airdropping a pristine rainforest ecosystem into a devastated gut, doctors are curing patients who were literally on death's door, often within a matter of hours.
Part 5. Step 3. Fertilizing. Once you have the right microbes present, either naturally or through reseeding, you have to ensure those beneficial strains stick around for the long term. This is where prebiotic fertilizer foods come in. Things like bananas, onions, asparagus, and high-fiber plant foods. Why do these work so well? Well, human digestive enzymes physically cannot break down certain complex fibers, like oligofructose. So instead of being absorbed early on, these fibers travel completely intact all the way down to your colon, where they serve as a massive exclusive feast for your beneficial microbes. Feeding these fibers to specific strains dramatically boosts their populations, which has even been shown to halt weight gain in diet experiments. You're basically laying down the specialized fertilizer that allows your internal garden to totally outcompete the bad weeds.
Part 6. The ultimate restoration. Let's bring this all together.
The most powerful, empowering takeaway from all of this research is the sheer speed of change. Unlike our fixed human genes, which take hundreds of thousands of years to evolve, our microbiome is incredibly dynamic and adaptable. It responds to what you do almost immediately. That means the daily choices you make this very week, like deciding to eat a diverse array of fibrous plants or pausing to rethink a mild antibiotic prescription at the doctor's office, can fundamentally rewrite your health trajectory in a matter of days.
Ultimately, being human isn't just about the 10% of cells that happen to carry your personal DNA. We are, at our very core, a vast, symbiotic ecosystem. By recognizing, protecting, and cherishing that invisible 90% of your body, you tap into an ancient, life-sustaining partnership that has kept us alive for millennia. So the real question you have to ask yourself after taking all of this in, are you finally ready to nurture the whole ecosystem and become 100% human?
In conclusion, thank you for joining me today. I look forward to our next discussion.